Okay guys, I'll just go into some more of the specifics. I mean, I wasn't going to do this video until for a couple of days, but because it's nice and quiet now. The only interruptions we may have here from time to time is that this is out in the country in Australia, and there's a local, just in this little enclave where we live here, there's a couple of little pods of kangaroos, and we've got one here that's about 6 strong, and some days I come and just plonk them themselves down here, or they'll go down in the landing area, you know, where you're hitting 6 irons and 5 irons down there and that type of stuff. So when they're here, I've got to do something of a shorter nature, or if they're right here, I've got to do something of a longer nature. But they must have a bit of confidence in my ability to hit the ball in the air, because they just hit. The other day they were here for, you know, half an hour, and I was just hitting balls over their head, and they weren't impressed, but they weren't afraid by the same token. Right, so we've got a 6 iron. So I'll just show you what the process is with a longer club, and how aggressive you have to be with the pivot with the longer club. So guys, all it is here, what I'm doing is I'm just bouncing my weight for a weight transfer. I'm just bouncing it, and then I'm cocking the club up. I'm hinging it up here, getting here. Then I'm just really trying to turn that hip this way. I mean, I get a little bit of a slide, which you will get, but my main emphasis is I want to clear it that way. I don't want to clear it that way. I just want to clear it this way. Wow. See, that's a very economical golf swing. Okay, my golf swing's not long anyway, and I don't want it to be long because I'm a bit of an accuracy freak. I have to make sure that the ball goes where I want it to go. But that's just flown straight over the top of the target flag. Good distance. There's your ping, the ping I, and the letter I. Great clubs. And bending them the other day, guys, there's a bit of a digression, but most pings are very difficult to bend in the loft and line machine, but this is made out of a new 413 stainless steel, and it's the softest. It's just like the old Mizuno 1020 carbon forged clubs. This bends as easy as the old Mizunos. Actually, you've got to be careful, because, you know, if you're thinking that it's going to be typical ping, you'll bend it 6 degrees. But it's amazing, and beautiful feel. Okay, pressure point. Pressure point 1, back fingers. Pressure point 2, thumb on the side of the shaft. Pressure point 3, index finger, and the trail arm going over the lead arm thumb. I'm just going to rock into the backswing. See here, guys? Turn around. Still got this angle. Got to maintain the connection, the left arm to the body, impact, and get that right arm back into the body as soon as the downswing is instigated by that pivot. This time I'll really try and get the right arm in there deliberately. Now, how do I do that? I actually just soften the right arm a little bit, hold that angle more, and I'm more aggressive with the pivot. The good thing, guys, when you have time and you know what you're doing to adjust your clubs. When I first got these clubs, I had a really strong draw bias on them in my shots. As I progressively flattened the club out, the draw went, and the ball flight now is dead straight. I mean, it's ballistically straight, crazy straight. Right, now I'll do a better job of getting the right arm here. So I've got to compress Got to keep this angle. I actually feel like this, guy. This is what the swing feels like. That's exaggerated, but that's what it feels like. Pings have got pretty strong lofts. I mean, I don't hit the ball very far. I don't try and hit it very far. But these golf clubs go a long way for me. It's surprising how long they are. Because I've got the new Srixons and got all the new irons, and these really are strong. But they don't move. Right, well, we'll do a better job with the right arm and a better job with the pivot. Good thing about this, guys, when you go down to pick the golf balls up, they're just here. They don't, you know, you just, it's extraordinary. Okay, now I haven't been doing this my entire golfing life. I've always been someone that does this. I always let the club go. I've almost been someone who throws it away, but I've always hit it very straight. Very much that. I've never been a retainer, but because I've never bladder compressed the ball. I've never done that. And I bet you've never heard that terminology before, bladder compression. Bladder compression. Wow. Okay, here we go. Can't hit it better than that. Okay, that's basically the theme that we'll have this week, and there'll be lots and lots of snippets that we'll be able to put into this ongoing analysis of what I think are the non-negotiables. These are things that you have to do in order to get that type of ball flight and that type of compression. You've just got to do that. And as I say, the club player or the the not so good player, invariably, even when you see them practicing over the years, that hundreds or thousands of students that you see in the practice swing, and they do that. Hand comes apart, and then they've got to grab it on the downswing and get right. So we're not. Once we've established here, that's it. It's set and forget. There it is here. We're going to hinge it. We're going to hinge. Compression, and I feel that the compression starts here. It flows, from the turning of the shoulder girdle down into the arms, into the hands, into the shaft, into the head, and I can feel that kinetic chain in the sequence of that. Okay, guys, that's just a couple of snippets for today. But in the ensuing weeks, we'll really work hard on this, because I think the benefits for everyone can be significant. And you have to have a base and what I call a non-negotiable group of fundamentals. If you don't have those, and that's why the pros never lose their striking ability. They always hit it basically good all the time. They might have a bit of direction problem, but they basically hit the ball good all the time. It's because they've all got that. They just all have that. And it's just great, proper, correct swing mechanics. Okay, guys, the weather's great, so as long as the weather's good and I can get the camera set up here and do the video at the right time of the day, we'll get some good results. Okay, so I'm back and got some good stuff, and I think everyone will benefit from it. I hope.